What is up, YouTube, and welcome back to another video, man. And in today's video, I want to talk about the black pill cult and why, if you're a minority, especially an Indian, you should really take a lot of this information with a grain of salt. Now, before we hop into the video, go ahead and follow me on Instagram. I recently made an Instagram account for the YouTube channel where I'll be making and posting lots of shorts from various videos. So go ahead, give me a follow on Instagram. Now, when it comes to a lot of this black pill information, and for those of you that aren't aware, the black pill is this term in the manosphere that basically says that looks are the primary factor when it comes to attraction and getting into relationships. The genetics, your height, your race, your ethnicity, your jawline. Now, when it comes to black pill content, I think there are certain things that you can obviously take away from it, but watching and binge watching this content, especially if you're a minority, isn't really going to help you change your life. Because at the end of the day, these factors like height and race, you can't change any of that information. You can't change the genetic card you're dealt with. The only thing you really can do as a man is to looks max the best that you possibly can. Now, you guys already know that, right? You know that you should be working on your style and grooming and going to the gym and physique. So binge watching this content again and again, it's not really going to do you any good. And if you really dig deeper to this black pill type of content, are you really going to take a face rating from another man? Are you going to really let that be the judgment of if you're attractive or not? And if you really think about it, why are you guys listening to ratings from men? At the end of the day, these aren't women giving you these ratings. These aren't high quality women that are rating you guys. It's always been kind of quite amazing to me how a grown man get a face rating and then just complain and say that his life is over. Like, you're really gonna demasculize yourself. You're really gonna put yourself down over what some scrawny punk from overseas said about you. If you ask any girl about a man's canthal tilt, about a man's eyelid shape, they'll look at you like you're fucking crazy. Like, I genuinely think most of these black pillars literally have zero experience with women. Because if you actually have dated around, if you actually hung out with women, if you've actually been in a bunch of relationships, the stuff that sparks attraction, women don't give a fuck about all these little fucking features like your eyelid shape and hunter eyes and canthal tilt. Dated white girls, Latina girls, Asian girls, black women. At the end of the day, the standards are still the same. You still have to become strong, great physique, make money, be charismatic, be able to hold a conversation, be confident. All of these things matter. All the stuff about what women are looking for, the basic foundations are always going to be the same regardless of whatever race you are, which is why I think a lot of minorities, especially Indian men, should stop watching this type of black pill manosphere content. You see, most of this content, they just take pride in putting down minorities. They take pride in putting down Asians. They take pride in putting down South Asians, Middle Easterns. A lot of these dudes are like Western European, Eurocentric. I believe Waffles is from England or whatever. And it's just, I think this whole entire manosphere is just so Eurocentric that obviously if you're a minority, they're just gonna talk shit about you. And I think a lot of you need to open your eyes and realize that if you were to go and start a channel, a black-pilled channel in another country, right? Like somewhere in the Middle East, right? Maybe, I don't know. Let's pick a random country, United Arab Emirates, right? Or if you go to China in Asia, or you go to some country in South Asia or Southeast Asia, right? And you were to start a manosphere channel, right? That's based on the black pill. You need to open your eyes because they could be saying literally the exact same things and reverse the roles. A lot of this black-pilled content, it's really based on the country that you're residing in, right? A majority of the manosphere is in that Eurocentric population in Europe, America, right? Like, there's plenty of good-looking brown Indian guys out there. They take these extreme examples of Asians, and they take these extreme examples of Indian men, and then they just put them in the bottom tier and say, oh, there's Indian men, look how ugly they are. Like, it's very stupid, you know, because if you think about it, if you were to create a channel similar to a guy like Waffles, but base him off India, right, and have it be an Indian dude talking, you could do the same exact thing and do a complete role reversal where you have American people and European people on the bottom, and you can take these extreme examples of European and American people, right? Like, motherfucker, you make fun of Indian people? Well, guess what? You could take an Asian, South Asian content creator, create a black pill channel, and you could have white people on the bottom. America is the capital of obesity around the world for a damn reason. But they're not going to show that. They're going to show the Indian people at the bottom. They're going to show the South Asians at the bottom. You could literally go to India, do a role reversal, and have obese white people at the bottom and create a black pill channel that way, and then have Indian people at the top. So, not to look too deep into this, but I think all of this really depends on the location you're in. I've preached this on my channel before. Attraction niche appeal is a thing, and it really depends the location you're in, right? If you're in a city in America as a minority, you're gonna have a better chance dating due to the diversity versus if you're somewhere in the middle of the southern part of America, right? In like Louisiana or some shit like that, right? As a minority, it's gonna be harder. Certain niche appeals based on certain locations around the world, certain cities being more diverse. I'm not saying that you can't get women from different races, right? But you have to realize that, yeah, as a minority, especially in a country in America, it's going to be tougher, but biologically, that's just the way it is. But it's not over for you. That's not saying that you can't attract, you know, women of other races if you're an Indian guy, right? Because at the end of the day, the same self-improvement principles will always apply, man. The formula to self-improvement is always going to be the same, regardless of your race, man. And a lot of you minorities watching this black pill content need to stop and actually think about the shit you're watching, who you're listening to, right? In fact, a lot of you guys are probably pretty decent looking and even better looking than the dude making the black pill content itself. Different attraction standards, different niche appeals based on different parts of the world is a huge factor that a lot of people don't talk about. So if you're a minority in America and you're watching, you know, this black pill content, you shouldn't be surprising, really, that they have South Asians at the bottom. I could move to India and I could create the same exact channel and do a complete role reversal, put a bunch of attractive Indian men at the top and then put a bunch of unattractive white people at the bottom. It would really be the same thing, but just with a role reversal. It all comes down to the location you're in and the attraction standards. But regardless of any of that, the way to improve your life is still going to be the same. Improve and control what you actually can control to become the best possible version of yourself, man. So stop indulging yourself in this unproductive black pill content. So anyways, that's it for today's video. Like, comment, subscribe, drop a comment below, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Peace.